What's up guys, Viper FPV here, and today it's about LEDs. And I know what you're saying, I actually never liked LEDs as well, until I stumbled upon these tiny LEDs that go on the Racewire, and you don't have to add any extra wiring. It uses your existing motor wires to power the LEDs, so it uses the 3 phases in the ESC to be able to power them and also do different things. So let me show you really quick what it does, because I figure I'm going to mix this video up a little bit. I'm going to show you what the end result is first before we show you how to install them. So let's go ahead and power up the floss style here. And let me go ahead and arm it. Once it wants to arm, there it goes. And see, they're on, they're kind of dim a little bit, but if you give it more throttle, and if you even change directions, like left or right, or pitch forward, pitch back, let me shut that off so it's not too loud. It changes according to the motors. So the more power the motor gets, the brighter it gets. The less power it gets, the dimmer it gets. And so if you're turning this way, turning that way, doesn't matter. It'll be that corresponding LED. So nothing to wire up on Betaflight, no programming LEDs. All you have to do is solder on these LEDs to this Racewire, and you got some really multifunctional LEDs. What's even more awesome too is that actually right underneath the zip tie is 3 little pads where you can actually take extra wire, which I will never do because I hate adding extra wire. You can put them to the bottom of the quad. Oh, that's hot. Let me unplug that. You can put it on the bottom of the bottom and wrap the wires around, so if you're racing, someone behind you can see your LEDs, and you might avoid a crash or whatnot. But I also wanted to announce too that we're going to go ahead and do a giveaway on the channel, and I got red, and I got some more red ones, so I'm going to be giving away 4 of these race wires. Actually, I'll just give away the 6, and just in case you mess up too, and also the 4 LEDs. So this will be for a giveaway. It'll end on 9/6/2018, and what we'll go ahead and do is make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And on 9/6/2018, I'll pick a winner. And just remember, if you are out of the United States, I will pay up to $10 shipping, but anything additional, any custom fees or anything like that, will be up to you, and we'll work out that arrangement when we get to it. But like I said, this thing is really neat. What I'm going to do is, after this, we're going to go ahead and show you how to install them, and then that should be about it. So I appreciate you guys watching, and if you want to learn more about these LEDs, I will be leaving a link in the description, and also we'll be leaving an affiliate link too to Get FPV. Hopefully they're going to be in stock, because these things are actually quite popular with the racing pilots right now. Even I'm doing it on the freestyle quad, just because I got these smaller ones and they fit these arms really nice. They actually sell bigger ones too that you can put like on a Chameleon or any type of thicker arm freestyle rig. So I just figured that this would be more awesomer. That's not even a word. It'll be cooler looking on like a thinner arm looking racy type of frame, I guess. But stay tuned, and I'm gonna show you guys how to install them. Alright guys, so to install the tiny LEDs with the Racewire, the first thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is they're gonna come kind of perforated like that, like this, and you just want to snap them up at the perforated lines, and they'll snap off, and then you got these little guys. So the first thing you want to go ahead and do is, the big tip is, do not pre-tin the pads on the Racewire or pre-tin the wires, the little pads on the actual LEDs, because if you do, then they're not going to sit flat on top, and you're going to have problems making them fit flush. So to get the best look for them and the best fit, do not tin them. So let's go ahead and kind of line these up a little bit. And another little tip I have too is get some little, I guess these are what are these things called? Banana clips. And I have some heat shrink. I heat shrunk to them. And it won't really, it's a little softer than having it directly on there. But what we'll do is we're going to kind of just clamp it on there where we want it. Like that. Then we can kind of adjust it. So I'm going to move this down a little bit. Just so it's in the center. Oh, sorry, not even looking at it. There you go. So that's pretty decent right there. And then what we're going to go ahead and do is get our soldering iron. It's already heated up. And like I said, we're not pre-heating anything. We're just going to go ahead and just tack them right to the race wire and the LEDs together. So I'll put a little bit of solder on the soldering iron. And hopefully this will stick. That's way too much solder. I have to put away it. Let me fix this. Another tip is don't blob it on there. So I'm going to heat it up there. Let it flow into the crack there. Crack there. Perfect. And then do the other side. No, you're not even watching me do it. Let's move that up. Alright. Alright. So that one's done. So pretty much you'll do the same thing for all of them, just like that. And then let me go ahead and cut out to getting these all soldered together so it doesn't make the video way too long. And let's do it. Alright, so we got all 4 soldered up there, nice and straight. Looks pretty good. Next thing you'll need to definitely do is on the bottom, see how it still has these holes and you can actually see some solder coming kind of through. We actually have to insulate this with some double-sided tape. So you can either use like the white double-sided tape, or I like to use this like more permanent. It really sticks. It takes a little bit for it to set on the arm, but when it does set, it stays there pretty good. So what we're going to do is just take some of this off and then kind of just trim it to the bottom so it exactly fits the bottom. So I'm just going to take a piece of this, kind of check, see how long it is, and then just cut it there with a pair of razor blades if I can find some. And there's some right there. So I'm just going to kind of go like that, give some good pressure, and then got that like that, and let's trim the sides off. And hopefully get it nice and perfect. The other side. Still not all the way off yet. And that's pretty much it. Just leave the bottom on there for now until we can kind of place it. And then once we get all the double-sided tape on the bottom, then we'll go ahead and start thinking about where we want to put it on the arm. And I'll probably just do this now, show one, because pretty much they're all going to be the same. So the whole purpose of the wire, well, the race wire, was to prevent, if you can kind of see on my quad, see there, I have some prop strikes there on the wires. So that's what pretty much the race wire is supposed to do. And dressing it up with a little bit of LEDs on top. So, I mean, yeah, if the prop hits it, it might damage on the LEDs, but at least it looks pretty. And also, you don't have to add any extra wiring, like I said before. So let me go ahead and see where this prop will hit on the arm. This is how we're going to kind of know where to put them at. And then kind of orientate them which way we want to orientate them. Do we want to orientate them that way, or do we want to orientate it this way? I'm thinking about orientating them like that. Well, maybe not. Maybe more like that, so then I can use a zip tie maybe right here too. Because I already explained this. These these things right here, these 3 little pads, you can add extra wire to it, wrap around the side of the arm, and then put the LEDs on the opposite side too, so you can have LEDs on the top and the bottom. But I just want them on the top, because like I said before, I don't like a lot of wiring, a lot of extra wires. I like a clean build. So I like them just on the top, dress it up. So what I'm going to do is check where the prop will hit, which it looks like it's going to go about right here. So kind of leave it right in the middle there. So I'm thinking like right around here is probably where I want to put them. That's actually a good spot. I like that. So let's go ahead and mount this on the arm first. Let me get the one that actually has the double side tape on it. And tip that up. Not going to cut the wires yet. I'm going to let the wire kind of measure it good so we have a nice tight wire too. So, like I said, about right there. That's where I want it. And like I said before too, these things fit these arms perfectly almost. Actually, I think they do fit them perfectly. See, right there. Let's make sure it's not. Let's give it a little more tuck. Push to that side. Right there. So, we have it right there. Nice and straight. Good. And then what we're going to go ahead and do is cut the wires where we want them. So let me get my wire cutters out. And then I'm just going to kind of just tip them. Always cut more so you can trim them later, opposed to cutting them too short and then you're screwed. So right there, it looks good. And make sure we're not messing up our wire, like which wire goes to what, because then you'll have to go in BLE and then change the motor direction, because then they'll be reversed. So let's not do that today. Right there. And last one. That looks good for now. Okay, take this prop off that way. And then kind of now I have a better idea of what wire's going to go to what. So actually I can trim this one a little bit more. Yeah, that's perfect. This one can get trimmed a little tiny bit. Yep. And that one just a little tiny bit. Okay. So I'm going to strip these up. That's one. I mean, if you can pretty much solder, motor wires to an ESC, you can pretty much do this. It's pretty simple. There we go. Twist the wires up. I think I have yeah, I did. Do I? Yeah, I do have one. Let me fix that. See a little like strand of a wire that didn't get cut? Got it now though. Alright, so let's go ahead and solder this sucker up. Pre-tin. Now we can pre-tin our motor wires. Alrighty. And let me get my tweezer there. There we go. So I'm just gonna just go straight across. Let me clean up this tip. Make sure it flows in there. And then do the other one. And the last one. Let me just look real close, make sure I don't have any bridges, which I do. And let me fix that real quick. Move this around so I can see it. When you see a bridge, sometimes the best thing to do is just go over it with your soldering iron. Sorry, my head's probably in the shot now because I need to get this off. Let me fix that one too. Alright, now it's not bridged anymore. Alright. These pads are really tiny though. That's solid. Let me just check it again. Looks good. So then we'll just move on to the other part of the arm and pretty much do the same exact thing. Trim the wires up. And move these LEDs out of the way so I don't break them. And find where I want to cut it. So this does actually, these actually do really well. I mean, if you damage your motor wires and you don't feel like having an ugly solder joint in the middle of your arm, these actually would be a good option too to have. And the last one. Right there. And just check the wire length again. I think we can trim a little bit more. Especially this middle one. Alright. Now we're good. And let me just strip these out. I'm going to go a little smaller with the stripping of them because before I think they were a little too long. Yeah, that's better. Alright, let's go ahead and twist the wire up. And then we're going to solder it up. Clean this off again. And there we go. So that's that. And let's solder them to the actual, if I can grab the wire. Try and do this so you guys can see. Maybe if I go this way, I think that'd be better. Solder this on there. straight. Let me fix that really quick. That one's straight. Wire 2. I think I might have bridged it again. Let me check that again. Oh yeah, I really bridged it. Got way too much solder on there. Let me do that again. There we go. Oh, you're playing. Now stay. Yep, now it's on there. And then the last one. Alright, so we got all those on there. And that's pretty much how you put the race wire on. And then what I'll probably do, like I said, is maybe put a little zip tie around here. Just to hold it. Just to make sure it doesn't flop around. Or if a bad crash, it doesn't rip off. And I'll probably put it like right there. So let me go ahead and do all 4. And then, yeah. So we'll just show you the finished product again, I guess, right? Alright guys, so they're all installed, as you can see. I got even the zip ties on there. And what I also did too, is I left the zip ties on top, little nib. So if the prop does hit it, you might protect the LEDs a little bit. But I'm not sure how much protection it really would do. But I think these things are really neat. And don't forget about the giveaway. Like, comment, and make sure you're subscribed. And we'll go ahead and pick a winner. And we'll go ahead and pick a winner on 9/6/2018. So this will run to 9/6. So don't forget. But just wanted to show you again. Thing is awesome. Turn them on. So actually have to turn it on. So that's the throttle control. And then a little more gas. So yeah. So go ahead and like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another video. Appreciate you guys watching. Peace.